Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This is virtual class of Pakistan International School Taif. I am Muhammad Yasin. This English class is for the students of grade 8. We are doing lesson 5 of guided book 2. This is our 14th video in this class. In our today's lesson, we shall learn to write a paragraph. The topic is my country. We shall learn to answer the questions given in the exercise at the end of the lesson. We shall do exercises A, B, and C also. Dear students, the paragraph is to write on the topic of my country. My country is a simple paragraph. You have to write a few sentences about my country. It should be of 125 to 150 words. First of all, you will tell the name of your country, where it is located. You will tell about its neighbors, customs, cultures, games, fruits, people, capital, provinces. So many things are to mention here in this paragraph. I have written here a sample for you. You can leave if you don't like anything given in this paragraph. You can add whatever you want. You can leave whatever you want to write your own paragraph. This is just like a sample. Let us read what is given here in this sample. Pakistan is an Islamic republic and was formed in 1947. The country was founded by Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Pakistan has 5 provinces: Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Gilgit-Baltistan. The geographical position of Pakistan has given it an important position among the countries of Southeast and Southwest Asia. It has India, Afghanistan, Iran, and China as its neighbors. The country is being run according to the principles of Islam. It has rich mineral resources. And great manpower. It is a nuclear power with the 5th largest and powerful army in the world. The national language of Pakistan is Urdu, and there are many languages spoken in the country. It is basically an agricultural country. A great portion of population depends on agriculture. Islamabad is the capital of Pakistan. Karachi, Lahore, Rawalpindi, Hyderabad, Multan, Sialkot are the important cities of my dear homeland. Dear students, I have mentioned here some of the things about my country. As I told you in the beginning, not necessary it is to write the same things. There are hundreds of things other than these ones which are given here. You can write whatever you like to write your own paragraph. Let us move forward. Dear students, we have read lesson 5. We read it in our previous lesson. That is about jet engines. I want to show you timeline of jet engine, how it developed. Frank Whittle joins the Royal Air Force in 1928. In 1930, Whittle registers a jet engine. In 1931, Whittle becomes a test pilot. In 1935, Powerjet began building jet engines. Powerjet is the name of the company. Jet engine is lab tested in 1937. Dear students, it started in 1928 and the test was taken in 1937. Dear students, we have done exercise A. We did it in our previous lesson. Now we shall start exercise B. This exercise is to answer the questions. The first question is, why were Whittle and his companions nervous and worried? Dear students, this is the time when the test of the engine is going to take place, and nobody knows the test will be successful or not. That is why everyone is nervous and worries. Nervous and worried. We shall write this answer. They were nervous and worried because they were not sure if the engine would work, and if it did not work, they would have wasted time and money trying to build it. They have used a lot of time, so many years, and this was the time of success or failure. That is why they were nervous. Let us move to the next question. Why did the men think that engine was out of control? Yes, when it started working, its speed was becoming out of control. Its parts were glowing red. Screech came out of this engine also. These things were not expected. That is why they thought that the engine was going to be out of control. We shall write this answer. The men thought that the engine was out of control because a horrible and piercing screech came out of it, and it was glowing red hot. They thought it might come apart and destroy the lab. Dear students, next question is, Whittle stayed by the controls. What does this tell us about him? Yes, dear students, everyone ran away from there. They were afraid. They were thinking the engine will burst and its parts will fly away all around by killing them or hurting them. That is why they ran away from there. But Whittle stood there near the engine. Why? Because he was confident. He knew it, that he will be able to control it. That is why he did not run away from there. It shows that Whittle had great determination. He wanted to try to control the engine so that he could figure out how to improve the design. It also shows that he was sure enough that he will be able to control and switch off the engine. Next question is, in what two ways did the Air Ministry at last help him? The Air Ministry provided him with some funds to continue building the jet engine. Also, they did not cancel his leave from his regular duties so that he had the time to continue working on the engine. Yes, students, let us move to the next question. Why did the Royal Air Force want Whittle to stop working on the engine in 1939? Yes, this is the question. The answer is, the Royal Air Force wanted Whittle to stop working on the engine and join the duty in 1939 because the Second World War had started in that year and they had few officers. There was shortage of officers in their company. That is why they wanted him to come back. What blew off the officer's cap? The force of the exhaust from the jet engine blew the officer's cap off. We read it in the lesson. When the people try to hide their smile. Yes, why was the first aircraft to use the jet engine known as the Gloster Whittle? Yes, students, it was called Gloster Whittle. The first aircraft to use the jet engine was called Gloster Whittle because the plane was made by Gloster Aircraft Company. Gloster was the name of the company, and the engine was made by Whittle. Together they became the Gloucester Whittle. Yes, students, next question is, in what two ways did the jet aircraft seem strange to people who were used to piston-engined aircraft? Let us read the answer. The jet aircraft seemed strange to them in two ways. First, it made a screeching sort of noise as it passed overhead instead of shuck sound. Second reason is, it did not have a propeller, which seemed strange to them. These were the two reasons. Next question is, why do you think it was important to keep the engine a secret at that time? Dear students, war had started. It was to keep the secret. It was important to keep the engine a secret at that time because the Second World War had started. And the Royal Air Force did not want the enemy to know how powerful the engine was and how fast it was able to fly the plane. That is why it was important to keep it secret. The inventor was knighted. What does it mean? It means the inventor was knighted means that Whittle was honored by the Queen of England for his contribution and given the title of Sir. Dear students, these are the question answers. Language is simple. Nothing is there with which you are not familiar to. It is easy to understand them. After that, you need to read them 2, 3, 4 times to memorize them. Then you will write them in your notebook. This was exercise B. Let us move to the next exercise. Dear students, next is language structure. Let us try to understand what is given here. Usually a word has different forms. Yes, for different kinds of work. Look at the following sentences. What is important here? Different forms. Dear students, word has different forms. What does it mean when we say form? Okay, if we look here, here is written care, here is written careful. Care is different from careful. Careful is one form of care. Care is noun. Careful is adjective. Is that okay? Care is noun. Careful is adjective. In the same way, carefully is adverb and care is verb also. All these are forms of care. That is written in the beginning, that a word has different forms and each form does a different work. Could you understand? Here the care is working as noun. Here careful is working as an adjective. Carefully is adverb and care is verb also. As you see, however, the noun in the first sentence is the same as the verb in the last. This is true for many of the verbs. In many of the words, their noun and verb forms are the same. Dear students, more detail is given here. For each word, make 2 sentences using the word first as a verb, then as a noun. Here the word is given answer. Word is given answer. Answer is used here as a verb first of all. She answered quickly. You can see here answered is written just after the subject. That is why it is used as verb. In second sentence, she gave the right answer. This answer is used as a noun. Let us look at the word look. Dear students, look is used in first sentence as a verb. Everyone was looking at him. And look is used as a noun in second sentence. Everyone wanted to have a look. This is noun. Dear students, here are the words given to us to use them in our own sentences. Each word will be used as a verb, just like this, and then as a noun. We shall use each word in our sentences 2 times. First, each word will be used as verb and then as noun. Let us move forward. Yes, students, the first word is smile. First word is smile. She smiled. When we say smiled, it becomes verb. She smiled at the crying child. This is used as a verb. She has a lovely smile. This smile is noun. My mother helped me. This helped is a verb. The help she offered was welcomed by all. This help is a noun. She walked to the park last night. Dear students, walked is a verb. The walk to the park was very scary. This walk is a noun. Let us move to the next sentences. Dear students, next word is rest. They rest in the afternoons. Dear students, this rest is used as a verb. And this rest, the afternoon rest, was interrupted by the siren. Siren is the sound of a tool device. This rest is used as a noun. Ahmed tried hard to untie the boy. The boy was tied by someone with the help of ropes. He tried to untie. This tried is used as a verb. Let us look at the next sentence. Those who wanted to have a try had to stand in a queue. This try is used as a noun. Part number 6. We worked. This worked is a verb. Her work. This work is a noun. Yes, students. This exercise is to do like this. This is number 7. In number 7, it was rain. When we use it as rained, it becomes verb. But when we use it as rain, the rain upset our picnic plans. This rain is a noun. Next is we polish. We polish. When we say polish, this is a verb. We polish after subject. This is the place of a verb. We polish, verb. The polish is getting duller. This polish is noun. The students will sleep. This will sleep is a verb. Adequate sleep. This sleep is a noun. Let us move forward. Word number 10 is we were asked to heat. When we say to heat, this is verb. The heat in March, this heat is noun. Students from the other school fought. This is verb. Our teacher did not see the students fight. This fight is a noun. She wanted to drink water. To drink is verb. The drink, this drink is noun. Let us move to the next part. The audience laughed. This laughed is the second form of the verb laugh. This is a verb. We had a good laugh. This laugh is noun. The little boy painted the fence. This painted is a verb. This is the second form of the verb paint. The paint did not dry. This paint is noun. We hope to reach the station on time. This hope is a verb. This hope is a verb. We ran out of hope. This hope is noun. Let us move forward. My grandmother has been coughing. Cough, coughs, coughed, coughing. All these are verbs. Her cough is not getting better. This cough is noun. The old lady fell down. This fell is verb. He had a bad fall. This fall is noun. The boys tasted. This tasted is verb. The bitter taste. This taste is noun. The muggers kicked the teenager. Muggers are robbers, thieves who snatch the money, the jewelry by force. Muggers means robbers. Usually, his kick it very hard. His kick is very hard. This kick is noun. Kicked is verb. Mother asked me to cover the fruit. To cover is verb. Only the cover of the book. This cover is noun. The gardener will water the plants. Will water is verb. Water should never be wasted. This water is noun. I was forced to hand the keys. It means to hand over the keys to the teacher. This is used as a verb. My hand is hurting since yesterday. My hand, this hand is a noun. Dear students, these were the words given in these sentences, and we were said to use each word as a verb first, then as a noun. Dear students, when we use a word as a verb, it tells us about an action. It expresses an action. But when it is used as noun, it tells us about the name of something. For example, if we look here, at this sentence, for example, the gardener will water the plant. Will water means to give water to the plants. To give water. Will water the plants means to give water. To pour some water to the plant. But water should never be wasted. This water is the name of the liquid that we drink. Here means pour water, give water. Here means the name. When the word expresses an action, that is verb. When it is used as a name, that is noun. Let us move to the next exercise. Dear students, this is exercise B. For each word, make up two sentences using the word first as an adjective, then as a verb. These are the words given. Dear students, you should know first of all what is an adjective. When you want to use a word as an adjective, you must know first of all what an adjective is. Dear students, adjective is a word that tells us more about a noun. About a noun. These are the words given here. We shall use each word in two sentences. In first sentence, we shall use it as an adjective, and in our second sentence, we shall use it as a verb. Let us start our exercise. The first word is shut. The shut door could not be opened. Shut door. This shut is telling us about the door. That is why this is called adjective. we were told to shut the door. To shut the door. To shut is a verb. It means to close. Number 2 is dry. Our clothes remained dry. This dry is telling us about the condition of the clothes. That is why this is used as adjective. The maid dried the clothes. This dried is the second form of dry. That is why we shall say this is used as a verb. We are completely wet. Dear students, this wet is telling us about us. That is why this is adjective. Do not wet us. This wet is a verb. Let us move to the next part. Dear students, in number 4, the word is clean. The clean room. Adjective is usually written before the noun. In this sentence, the noun is room. We shall say the clean room was very welcoming. This clean is adjective. He had to clean his room before the arrival of his parents. To clean is verb. The warm weather. Weather is noun. Warm is adjective. It will warm some milk. I will warm some milk. Will warm is a verb. The hall was empty. This empty is telling us about the hall. Hall is noun. That is why this empty will be called adjective, because it is telling us about the noun. Scouts helped to empty the building. To empty, this is verb. Let us move to the next part. It is fun to swim in clear river water. This clear is telling us about river water. River water is noun and clear is adjective. Policemen will clear the street. Will clear is verb. The smooth surface. Smooth is telling us about the surface. That is why smooth is called adjective. I tried to smooth the jam. This to smooth is verb. The baby looked very dirty. Looked dirty. This dirty is telling us more about the baby. Baby is noun. That is why this dirty is called adjective. The toddler dirtied his bed with his porridge. This dirtied means made dirty. That is why this is called verb. And verb comes just after the subject. The subject is the toddler. Number 10, my hurting arm. This hurting is adjective. It is telling us about the arm. My hurting arm has become useless. This hurting is adjective because it is telling us about arm. She wanted to hurt me. To hurt is verb. Yes, students, there were 10 words in this exercise. This was exercise B. In this exercise, we used each word in 2 ways. First, we used each word as an adjective. Then we used it as a verb. Dear students, this will be your homework. You will learn and write the paragraph that we did first of all in our today's lesson. Then you will learn and write the question answers given in exercise B. Dear students, question answer exercise is always important. It takes some time also. You need some time to read it 3, 4, 5 times. Then you will be able to memorize the question answers. That is important. Learn these question answers, then write them in your notebook. After that, dear students, you will do all other exercises that we did in our today's lesson. Dear students, that is all from our today's lesson. See you later in our new lesson. Goodbye.